of Week 12 bets on a budget. Let's go with the Giants plus 9.5 at Dallas, right? So Dallas comes off this really, really, really good win. That's a damn good win for Dallas.
Yeah.
Comes off a big win, and conversely, the Giants come off a tough loss, one that they would like to forget about. In the NFL, I said this before, that was the reason I picked Dallas going into Minnesota. That can be an edge for a team. Plus, I think Brian Daboll's a good coach, and a good coach off a bad loss, kind of like a good coach off a bye. Good coach off a bad loss is really, really good, generally speaking, right? So I will take the Giants plus 9.5. I'm not sure they're going to win. I think I still like Dallas to win, but I like the Giants being able to cover the spread, keeping it close, putting themselves in a position to win the game.
Let alone, 9 points is a lot of points for a divisional game. And one that's supposed to be pretty close anyway. In my head, I thought it would be close.
Yeah.
Apparently, Vegas wants us to make some money this week.
We'll see how it goes. All right, let's go with Seattle minus 3.5 versus the Raiders, right? So the Raiders, again, another super emotional overtime win. Divisional opponent on the road. Seattle coming in off a bye, rested. Pete, a really good coach off a bye. This feels like a nice 10-point win. Pete kind of dominates with the defense a little bit. Geno makes a couple throws, right? They win like 21-10 type of feel, right? That's what it feels like to me. I'll take Seattle over Vegas.
I like that too.
Yeah. All right, let's go with Pittsburgh on the money line. They're plus 122. At Indy, right? So that's plus money at Indy, and I think it's worth the risk, right?
Indy has shown me nothing that they can compete with even a Steelers team.
Right, and I know they competed with the Eagles and they beat the Chiefs, but I think those, like you said, those are anomalies.
I mean,
those are not.
That does not happen all the time, and Matt Ryan, that whole system, it just looks like everything is hard to come by.
Everything is tough, and it's just one of those games. This is a lot of hunch here. This is just one of those, which I feel like a lot of money lines are, where it's just, hey, we're going with a hunch here.
But these are good odds to make money on a money line.
Yeah, absolutely. Plus 122. If you're
like
plus
that.
money, you're good. Yeah. Okay, let's go Chicago. Plus 194 on the money line at the Jets. We both like Chicago outright anyway, so I said, screw the 4.5. Let's just go on the money line because they're plus 194. You're going to make a little bit more money.
I mean, if Justin Fields can do half of what he's done in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, look, the Jets are averaging, I think, under 20 points a game offensively, so I think the Bears can put up more than 20. So I think I like Chicago. I think Justin Fields is much more dynamic than Zach Wilson. And like I said, Matt Eberflus has been able to disrupt these young quarterbacks. He made Mac Jones and Bailey Zappi look terrible. And I think he can do the same to Zach Wilson. And finally, our player prop, the fifth bet of the week. Amon-Ra St. Brown is plus money. He's plus 125 as an anytime touchdown scorer. Game starting here in a little bit. Plus 125 touchdown scorer. Bang it real quick before the books close for the game. Amon-Ra St. Brown plus 125 to score. Look, he's their top weapon through the air, right? T.J. Hawkinson's gone. He's their top, and I would argue only legit weapon through the air. Yeah. He's going to get looks. I think he'll, at least be able to score. I don't think he's going to go off by any stretch. I think he'll be able to get in the end zone.
I like that. I mean, he's on my fantasy team. I know he's on your fantasy team.
Absolutely. I'd love a good touchdown from Amon-Ra.
I'd like a touchdown. I'd like a couple more, too. But, yeah, I like that. A good prop bet. Always good when we can throw a prop bet in to bets on a budget. It happens once in a while, but when it does, it's fun.
We've been doing a lot of over-unders lately. Every time I see a good prop bet like that, I feel like Amon-Ra plus money is kind of crazy to me.
Yeah.
I know that they're a running team, but I think it's crazy to say that he is plus 125 just to score, right? That's just, I think you can throw that into a parlay and you're good to go. It's just like an easy leg, but it's still a dog, so it's going to make you some cash.
Yeah, absolutely.
So to run back through them again, we got the Giants plus 9.5 at Dallas. We have Seattle minus 3.5 at home versus Vegas. Pittsburgh plus 122 on the money line at Indianapolis on Monday night. And then Chicago plus 194 on the money line at the Jets. And, of course, finishing up with that Amon-Ra St. Brown prop bet at 125 to score anytime.